Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they try the right side here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down. Check 50. Check 50.
They go play action with Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mayfield now from the 50. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. These two teams all tied after one. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mayfield now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. At their own 13-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's put that team on the clock. Mike Bull. No, we changed it. Mike Bull. I'm coming after you. Mike Bull.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Check.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Jackson steps away to his left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Forced out to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Second and 11.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They run the counter now on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on second and 14. Jackson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! It's complete. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mayfield off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Here's Mayfield. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back now in Baltimore. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Touchdown, Browns! A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 31, Ravens 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line.
FYI. Scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Flush to his right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey. Yeah. Go ahead.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And hauled in by Croft. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Browns first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cleveland, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.